Hi guys, so I'm Laura and this is Peabody. Today we're going to film our first video to introduce Peabody to the world via YouTube, and also if you haven't yet, you can follow him on Instagram. He's got quite a few followers already. He's got over 600 followers. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. So his Instagram is Peabody the Bunny, and I'm gonna send a link below with his account so you can click on it and follow. Please and thank you. Today is also going to be a question and answer video for him because a lot of people have wanted more information about his background and how I've been helping him adapt to a new environment because he was rescued from the shelter. So if you want to learn more about Peabody, keep watching. So today we're going to start with the question and answers instead of an introduction because most of the introduction is in the question and answers. Okay? And the people who ask the questions from Instagram, thank you again, will be recognized at the end of every question. Okay, first question is, how did you get Peabody? And this is from Risa Rabbit. So basically, Peabody was rescued from a local shelter near me. I live near the capital of Ontario, Canada, which is Toronto. And basically, he was a stray bunny that was found. I don't know about his whole background, but he was overfed pellets, which wasn't good for him. And he was isolated a lot. So he never got time to go outside or engage with other bunnies. He is neutered, so he would be good with bonding. But because of how long he's been at the shelter, how long he's been isolated from other rabbits, he doesn't do well with bonding for some reason. I've tried it. I got him a bunny friend, and they didn't get along for quite some time. So unfortunately, since Peabody was my first rabbit, I gave the other rabbit to a family member who was lucky to take him in. That's how I got Peabody, and that's a little bit about him from the shelter. How did you build his cage? Okay, so his cage is made up of Amazon Basics cubicle panels, which are wired cubicle panels that are 13 by 13 inches, I believe, or 15 by 15. And basically, they come with 23 panels and 26 connectors. And I built a wall for him. And basically, it's not very stable. So unless you buy 2 packages of the 23 panels, then you'll be able to make a full cage. But I didn't. I bought 1 package and it didn't make enough because his room goes to about 5 by 5 feet. And so I'm basically looking at a child or a dog gate because that's easier to get in and out. I can attach it to one side, to the other side, and I want one that's like netted, and so it's like safe plastic for animals, and I think that would be a lot easier. It's built up on the ground of a little potty, which he's still learning to use, and he also has pee pads laid down, but he doesn't go to the bathroom on them very often, which is good for me as well, so he has lots of toys in there. He doesn't use a lot of the toys, but I guess he enjoys the company. If you've looked on his Instagram, you'll see that he has a little raccoon stuffed animal. It's meant for dogs, but I got it for him, and he loves to lay beside it, which I was very surprised. That's what his home is made up of. Alright, next question is, how old is Peabody? Since Peabody was found as a stray and placed at the shelter, they don't know his age, but based on his dental health, apparently he could be between 2.5 to 3 years old. But what I've decided to do, since I love celebrating birthdays, I'm going to celebrate his birthday as the day I adopted him, so July 5th, 2018. And so every July 5th, it'll be a celebration for him. And I think he's cool with it. So yeah, next question is, oh, by the way, that was by Koopy Koo Rabbit. Building the Cage was by Magical Duck. And next question is, what got you into rabbits? That is by Jewel Moose Rabbit. And I will list all of their accounts below so that you can go and find them and follow them as well. Because they are so awesome, you guys. This community of bunny owners and bunny friends are so amazing. They're so supportive, and I think Peabody loves them. Even though we've never met them. They're very sweet. So what got me into rabbits was how cute they are, and how social they can be, and how sweet and compassionate they can be. My original plan was to go adopt a dog, but I didn't do that. I went in and, they display the really happy ones and the really adorable animals that nobody really wants. And, you go in and you see all these squeaking guinea pigs, you see the chirpy birds, you see the happy rabbits hopping around in their cages, and, oh, thank you for the kiss. And you're like, oh my gosh, I can't give this up. And I already had a rabbit cage because I had guinea pigs, which helped me a lot because then I didn't have to buy all the supplies. And the shelter also gave me a bag of pellets and a bag of hay for him and a fleece blanket, which is now in the garbage because somebody kept going to the bathroom on it. So yeah, that's how I got into rabbits. Next question is, what is it? What's Peabody's favorite toy or treat? So his favorite toy, I think, would be stacking cups, like the little cups you get for kids. I'll turn it up as if you're about to drink it, and he'll use his mouth to tip it over. And he does that a lot, and I think it's really cute to watch. I have to get a video sometime. And his favorite treat is carrots, like the little carrot crunchies, I think they are. And he loves carrots in general. I'll also hollow out a mini cucumber, take out the seeds and all that, and I'll stuff it with parsley and basil, and he loves tearing it apart. And then he won't touch the cucumber, but he'll tear all the leaves out, and he'll eat those, and then he'll move on to the cucumber, and it's really fun to watch. He'll do that for about a good 5-10 minutes until he's eaten it and he's had his fun. So I'm sorry there's not a lot of questions. There's only like 7 or 8 questions. That question was by Koopy Koo Rabbits again. And another question by Koopy Koo Rabbits is, what's your favorite thing about Peabody? My favorite thing about Peabody is how compassionate he is, how loving he is, how bright he is. He has an amazing personality. And it was hard to show at first because of where he's been, what he's been through. But once him and I started to connect a little bit, it's really shown. And I'm so happy to have him in my life. Alright guys, we're coming to an end, unfortunately. I'm going to say this last question. Basically, the question is, what do you reward Peabody with when training? And I was talking with the account Magical Duck, and they asked me this because I train Peabody almost like a dog. So when I see he's about to do something bad, or he is doing something bad, like chewing my cords, I'll say instead of no, because sometimes no turns into a negative response for them, and they can become almost afraid. So if I were to say to my fiance, there's no more lettuce, then Peabody would learn that that was not very good, and they wouldn't like hearing that. We also use that terminology of no thank you, or that's not what I like to see, or I don't want to see that or hear that with children with developmental disabilities, and delays because I'm a developmental service worker and I support individuals with disabilities. So I use that as if how you would train a dog. Instead of saying no, you would say something else for them to learn. Because how often are you going to say as a person talking to another person? So then he knows that that word is for him. Alright, last question is, and I reward him with hay. I don't reward him with treats or like dried food or anything, because then he'll build on that and he'll expect it every time. So I just reward him with something he has all the time, so then he knows to keep up the good behavior, because he has unlimited access to it. By Ray's Arc is, what is your inspiration on Instagram? This question is for you, mister. What's your inspiration on Instagram? Peabody loves to see bunny friends, human friends, and all of them. And he loves to be social with others. And he doesn't mind a camera in his face. And I like to take as many pictures as I can of him. And he doesn't mind that. But he's very expressive in his photos, and he loves sharing them with others and asking for their bunny opinions and all that. And I think his only inspiration is friends and being social and all that. So I want to thank you again for watching. I'm sorry it's not longer. Peabody and I didn't have time to get a whole lot of questions, but we've been promising to upload videos this week, and since Mom's been working all the time, I finally got the chance today. I did promise a house tour, and I did promise a tutorial on Peabody's bandana and bow tie that I made him. I was raised by my parents to sew, so I use a sewing machine or a hand sew or anything like that, and I thought I'd make him little accessories. Thank you guys. If you want to subscribe, and you'll find lots of information below about Peabody, about the people that asked questions today. I thank you again for that, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Alright, thanks guys, bye.